Hello, I'm Jay. As human beings, we crave interaction. We crave companionship. I mean, that's what dating is all for, right? So we can find somebody that we can live a long life with, so we can share all of those amazing moments together. But that's the problem with dating sometimes. There are these little things, these little cues that can give off these red flags in our head that shows that this might not be something that we want to get into. And in this video today, I'll be counting down 4 red flags to look for on the first date. Number 1 is texting. Now we all know we live in a social media age when everybody's either tweeting, posting a picture, or texting someone 24/7. That's all that people do. But the one thing you don't want to see a guy doing across from you when you're trying to have a moment with them and talk to them is texting. This can send off a red flag immediately because it be saying a few things. 1, he doesn't value your time. Plain and simple. Because if he did, he would put his phone on silent and he'll be sitting there talking to you and taking in a moment with you. Or 2, he's probably texting someone else that he's interested in. And that's not necessarily a bad thing that he's talking to someone else, because if you're on a date, most likely than not, that means that you're both single and you're both talking to people and you're meeting people. But when he's with you, his time and his focus should be all on you, nothing else. If you're on a date and all a guy does is talk about himself when you ask him a question and he does not stop, this is a very, very big red flag. Because this is that he's a self-centered individual. And this is not the type of guy that you want, because if the relationship does go further somehow past this first date, then your entire relationship will be based off what they want to do, simply because they're innately selfish. It's just in their DNA, they can't help it. So in the future, this can determine what you do, what you eat, where you go, all because of it's based off what they want to do when you're with them. So remember that. Hobbies. Hobbies are so important. If you're with a guy and all he does is party, drink, and smoke, and if that's not what you're into, depending on your personality style, you're not rocking with that, that is a big red flag. Because just because he's with you or gets with you in the future, doesn't mean he's going to stop. He's still going to want to do the same thing. He's still going to hang out with his boys. He's still going to want to smoke, drink, talk to women, everything else that comes with just living that life. And that's something that you definitely don't want moving forward. And last but not least, conversation. Conversation is a very big one, especially if it turns sexual. If a guy starts off normal, the date's nice, he's saying some little stuff, it's flirty here and there, but then all of a sudden, the conversation goes way left. He starts talking about what he wants to do with you, or he just can't wait to get you home. Red flag, the biggest red flag, because you know what that's saying? He's paying so he can play later. It's a pay to play. That's that simple. That's what it is, pay to play. So you have to recognize that, because if that's what he's really there for, then that relationship is not going to go no further than what he has planned for that night. And that's the list. Those are 4 things to look out for on the first date. And of course, there can be other things depending on your personality style, the things that you even like in a man. And that's fine. But generally, those are 4 things that you don't want in a guy when you first meet them. Next time, I'm going to be doing a Q&A video. What I want you guys to do is leave a comment or a question below, and I will reply to your questions in the Q&A video. I will be doing that frequently at the end of all of my videos. And just please leave a like, share, subscribe, and see you all later.